But
Nice.
yeah, so anyway, I've been playing the game. It's called Frostpunk. It's free. It's the game that's free on Epic Games this week. It's like a city builder, and you've been playing it too, so you could probably chime
Yeah.
in on this as well. You've been actually looking forward to getting it, and this is the first time I've heard of it. But it's like a simulation strategy game where it's the last city on Earth, and you start with like a core, which is like the center of the city, and you have to kind of build around that. And I played probably about 5 hours of it, so I kind of got a little taste of what it's about. And it's really a fine balance of kind of managing your citizens and your structures to keep everything going well. Uh,
Hmm.
because like if you mess around too much, your civilization, your city that you're building, will die. Your people will die,
Yeah.
and everything will go to shit. So you need the
It's pretty easy to die.
yeah, you need the right amount of hunters. You need the right amount of uh, people collecting coal, people collecting wood. Um, so it's a really fine balance. It's one of those games where like you can play it for like the first time you play it for 10 minutes, and it's like, well, I've learned enough where I should probably restart. And then the next time you play for like an hour. It's like, okay, I learned a bunch more stuff, so let me restart. And you kind of keep progressing and getting better with every file. I guess you could continue with the first file you play, but the first file you play, I mean, there's so much to learn and so much fine tuning that has to go on that it's very unlikely that your first file will turn out well, I would assume.
Yeah, I definitely, I think I restarted a couple times myself. It's definitely a balance. I'd say it's more of like a resource balance game than it's like, yeah, full management of resources more than anything. And then it's cool because you do have little quests or things that happen. So there's kind of like a storyline um, going on.
Eh,
Like I think did you get to the point where the Londoners are like pissed off at you?
No, no, but let me just say really quick, the objectives that you get really help to kind of keep you on track as well, to kind
Hmm.
of tell you like,
Yeah.
you know, which direction you should be going and what you should be doing to have good outcomes. So
Yeah, the first ones are basically like tutorial kind of quests that
holding
yeah
your
do help
hand.
kind of guide you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, get these things up and going, but it's not so handholdy that it's like, where some games will like remove control from you and they'll be like, click here and then click here and you can't do anything else. But that
Mhm.
it doesn't do that. But yeah, it's definitely cool. I really like enjoy kind of the bleakness, the dreariness of it, kind of the hard choices in the tech tree that you have to make. Um,
It's
because in it, there's certain nodes in the tech tree where you can only choose one half or the other, and it will lock you out of the other side.
mhm. Yeah, it reminds me of Russia for some reason when I'm playing it. It's like this must be what Russia is like.
Yeah, this is Siberia for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, we're talking about Frostpunk. It's a game made by 11-Bit Studios, published by 11-Bit Studios. Very positive reviews on Steam, out of 55,000 reviews. It originally came out April 24th, 2018. It's won a bunch of awards. It's a fun game, you know. Out of all the games that I've played, all the free Epic games, this is probably one of the best ones. So if you've got Epic and you're not principally against it for whatever reason, and you like simulation games, simulation strategy, this is probably a good one for you to pick up. I would say I'd give it like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely in that category. I know they came out with like a new expansion where you're actually like in the springtime. So I imagine you're managing, other problems. But it's definitely interesting. I guess it's like a prequel.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
Oh.
nice to change it up from it being so bleak and white and snowy and
Hmm.
Russia-like, and have it be a little bit
Yeah,
more like I don't know, like Washington or something in the spring.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely fun. I'm probably gonna try to play through a couple of the scenarios. Um, Yeah, I really like too how building the heat around the core, you slowly upgrade the core to expand out its warmth, and building like little heaters along the roads. Really gives like an interesting thing to manage that you don't see in too many games. Even games with like temperature, like Subnautica or Don't Starve.
Yeah, I like
it's
all
a different way of handling
there's
it.
a lot of little things that you can micromanage, and that makes it a lot of fun. And it also kind of separates the less skilled players from the more skilled players. And so like, you know, the next time you start a file, you'll every time you start a new file, it's like you're a much better player at the game. So it's got a lot of replay value as well. So yeah, they've done a really good job with that game. Very clever and a lot of fun. It's just kind of weird because like one of the things that I'm not sure how I feel about it is that you're kind of stuck in that little crater area, which is kind of weird, you know. But you know, you send the beacon out and you can go send scouts to collect other survivors, but that's not really, you know, it's not really opening up the world at all or anything like that. So
Yeah, I know. It's cool though, like the little storylines you get, the little journal pieces you get from doing those helps build the picture of what's going on too.
Yeah, you know, there's a bunch of warnings. Like when you go play the game, it's like, oh, mature content. I didn't really run across anything too vulgar or anything other than child labor, which is pretty bad. But you know, it's not like gory or whatever, you know. But maybe I just didn't play enough to get to the super mature crazy shit. I don't know.
Yeah. They should be able to like have like whipping. You can whip the children, whip children to go faster.
Yeah. Work harder if you want to eat tonight.
Work harder.
Oh God. Awful.
Yeah. Plus, you whip them till they're down, and then you got some fresh meat for the stew.
Oh man. Cannibalism, that's my favorite. Apparently it just tastes like normal meat. Like a steak.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I looked it up once. But you don't want to eat the brain because there's what's it called? It's like prions. Yes. I forgot what it does to you, but it's not good.
I mean, it's mad cow.
Okay. Yeah, so if you have to eat another human, just don't eat the brain.
You don't want to eat quite a few of the organs either, actually.
I would go for the meat, you know, like the
muscle fiber.
Yeah, like the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway,